name is Candy Jackson of Candyology Coaching Services. I am a certified clinical sexologist and relationship and intimacy coach, wedding officiant, and premarital counselor. I was married for 16 and a half years. I wish that my husband and I had the premarital counseling that I currently have in my program. So for the state of Texas, if you're in the state of Texas getting married, I am a part of Two Together in Texas, which requires you to at least have 8 hours. That means 8 1-hour sessions for your premarital counseling. Now, there's some perks to that, right? You get up to $60 off of your license, your wedding license, and then it waives that 72-hour hold on your license. So, guys, if you forget at the last minute and you did not get that license, you can go on Friday. You get married on Sunday. Yes, you can still get your license if you've gone through premarital counseling with me. Okay, so in premarital counseling, we take you through 8 different sessions. So here are some of the things that we're going to cover in our sessions. Finances and budgeting. So this is talking about 401k, saving, spending, who has control of the money. Will you guys have 2 bank accounts? Will you have one bank account that's a joint and 2 separate ones? How will that money flow through your household? Okay. Family and friends. That means that how does your family and your friends affect your relationship? Okay. Are you still giving mama $900 a month to help her with her apartment? Are you still sending money over to your friend Joe that needed $100 every week to stay afloat? Are you doing those things? Who is your trusted family member or friend that you can go vent to about what's happening in your relationship? Who are you allowed to really talk to? In a marriage, you should keep some things private, right? Who am I allowed to talk to in my family or friends when we get into it? Who is that trusted person? We talk about those type of things. We talk about children and parenting, discipline, raising the kids, who will take the kids to school, who's responsible for diaper duty, who's responsible for taking them to the doctor. I mean, there are so many things that you can go over with children. Okay, gender roles and housework. Who does what? Okay, and you would think, right, that it's a simple thing, but it's not. Housework is so some men, some women feel like, oh, only the man should be taking out the trash, so I'm not doing that. I should be the one that washes the dishes. All of those different gender roles that come up, we talk about that, and we talk about those expectations. Then we talk about intimacy and sex. Now listen, intimacy and sex are not the same thing, but intimacy can lead to sex, okay? And so we're going to talk about 5 love languages. If you've never heard of the 5 love languages, you definitely need to go to 5lovelanguages.com or .org. I can't remember which one it is, and take that test to see what your love languages are. And then it gives a detailed thing about that love language, but everyone's expectations of the love languages are different, okay? Now, first of all, before I continue on with what the 8 sessions are, the 5 things that I just brought up to you are the top 5 things that people get divorced for. So finances, family and friends, children and parenting, housework, and then intimacy and sex. Those are the top 5 things that people get divorced for. So we're going to try to get you some tools so that you can avoid those things and go into it in a better way, right? So then we talk about faith and values. This is talking about God. This is talking about Allah, Buddha, whoever you believe in, church, moralities, all of those things. This is what that particular section is about. Then we're going to talk about healthy communication. That's a whole tool in itself. Sometimes that can be an extra section because then we find out and discover some other things that we need to talk about with giving you the tools in order for you not to hit below the belt, how your actions and your beliefs and lead to a consequence, which that has to do with what action was taken, what you thought was the reason why behind it, and then what was the consequence, what was your reaction and outcome to what what that person said or did to you. Okay. And then we're going to talk about conflict resolution. That's all intertwined with that communication and those ABCs. And then, guys, this should not be WWE. Okay. So we're going to teach you how not to be boxing each other. We're going to teach you not how to DT each other. But I'm making a physical for real reference, and I'm also making a mental, spiritual, emotional reference, because you can DT somebody with your mouth. You can DT somebody with spiritual damage. I won't get on that right now. Okay, so then we're going to talk about being a team. One band, one sound. Because what happens sometimes is we're trying to get to the same end goal, but we're just trying to go about it two different ways. And we need to remember that we're both on the same team. Okay. And that maybe my way of doing it is not the same way you want to do it. But if we can meet somewhere in the middle of that compromise, then we remember that we're on the same team. Okay. So, did you guys know that only 35% of engaged couples do premarital counseling and education? And that number needs to go up, because we can save relationships and then we can save lives with that. So studies show that 80% of the couples that receive 8 to 10 hours of premarital education stay together. I want you to be a part of that 80%. Okay. So, definitely, if you are looking for a wedding officiant, if you are looking for a premarital counselor, hello, hi, Candyology Coaching Services. Remember, guys, to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And if you're new here, follow me on all of those different pages. Have a wonderful and great day.